Alright, so hopefully today we'll get a sound for our video. Alright, so yesterday we had a P-shaped profile after breaking above the previous week's high. So we broke above this range. We left some single prints. I had mentioned to watch this area, but we never even got to test that. We just got a pretty strong open and broke above the previous week's high. Also, we kept going and broke above May's high. We couldn't get much traction after that. We just came back inside May's range. But we did, that spike from here, it held. We got a couple sets of single prints, and overnight also held. So I'm gonna be looking for longs. If we test this area, if we test the previous week's high, see if we get a bounce, or if we break above May's high also. And actually I want to see this whole area break, right? Because we can break May's high, but then we still have all the supply here. So I just want to see a big push above this whole range, and then from there we have this whole distribution from back in the day. And the first target will be the 6008 untested point of control, and then 6025 is the previous target to repair a bullish imbalance that we had. And coincidentally, this P-shaped profile also gives us a target to 6025. So we have, this is going to be a strong magnet in my opinion. And then from there we have a high volume node at 6032, which I didn't have as a level, because I think that if we just go in this range, I think we can pretty quickly get into this 6050 area. And here we're gonna see some resistance likely. Now, if we get below this single print, inside this spike, inside this week's range, then I'm gonna be looking for shorts back to this same area that I mentioned yesterday. And then from here we're so close to that 5920, and this will be a big rejection of the upper range. So I wouldn't be looking for a bounce here in that event, unless I see that shorts are having trouble. But if we're inside the week's range after this breakout, I think that's a big sign that the sellers are, that we're not accepting these prices, and we're back into value, back to the 5920, and then that will be a look above and fill, and then I'll be looking for a continuation in the next coming sessions into this 5870, 5880 area. We have a couple of releases today at 9:45 and at 10 a.m. so we were gonna be watching for those. And in Q, also I mentioned yesterday this 735 level. We got there after breaking above May's high. So it's still a similar structure. I did have this area marked yesterday, that little low volume area. Actually marked it throughout the session when I saw that we were breaking above here. And then look at the overnight high, is right into that low volume node to the tick. So we need we need to get through this area in order to keep that momentum going. And we also have a bullish imbalance here, and just without using my calculator, I can see that we're eyeing this 22,000 level. You can see I'll show you how I do it, but you know, to calculate that, what I do is I take the point of control, which it was yesterday was 21,704 minus the low of the day, which was 29,510, and then I add that to the point of control, and that gives me 21,898. So that is my projected bullish target to 898 to repair this bullish imbalance. That's why it's better to use a calculator, because my eyeballing was pretty bad. I thought that 22,000, but it's here. This is where this bullish imbalance gets repaired. And this is not a perfect science, of course. It's it's more of an art, right? But it's an estimation. It's not perfect, but usually you see a reaction right around those levels when you use this method, because the market likes symmetry, right? So we want to have the point of control right about in the middle of the distribution. Again, if we accept inside last week's range, where's last week's high on NQ? Why don't I have it? Oh, because it's May's high. Okay, inside May's high, then looking for a move back into value, into the 440 area. Although we could have some support here at the 560 area for NQ, which is that the top of this previous resistance. Okay, crude, it's holding at the top of the range. Look how remember I said that 62.40 was going to be support likely, and you know, so far it's holding. You see like all this volume coming in up here, that, you know, slightly shifting value higher, it seems. So watch this for a break, a possible break of this area into that 65.70 area. Actually 64.95 would be the first target, and then the 66 area. Gold, after having this move down into this low volume area, which was the, you know, we had a little bit of support of resistance here, then we broke above it. Now we retested it. You see how that this high we tested on this session, and now we are so this is yesterday's session, and then now we're moving back higher. We tested again close to that 3400 area, and then we were balancing here overnight, and now it looks like we're making another attempt to test these highs. So again, like I said yesterday, breaking above this 3400 area targets this 3428 area. Okay, I think that's about it. Watch for the news today, and good luck. And thanks to whoever told me about the sound not working on YouTube. I appreciate it. Hopefully it's fixed today.